All right, guys, we'll get started. Good to see everybody. Appreciate you coming. Our program got better today, but one of the reasons, a good piece of this class is here with me today. So I'm going to have them stand up. Just go up and stand on the side. Go ahead, just stand up over there. Yeah, that's good over there. They follow directions pretty damn good, don't they? Huh? But I'm going to introduce just a few of the guys that are already in the program, because I think most of them are here. Who didn't make it, guys, because of class? James didn't make it? Okay, good. We're good. Okay. I'm going to introduce these guys. I told them classes are more important than being introduced at a press conference. So, but first of all, let me mention this guy, strong safety. He was at UAB. All of us are aware that they dropped football, and it didn't work out for them, but boy, did it really work out for us. We got this young man coming in our program. We're going to put him at strong safety, Jaquie Moore. So just put your hand up, Jaquie, so they can all see you over there. Sam Linebacker, here we go. Sam Linebacker from Trinity Valley Junior College, Dakota Smith, right over here. Offensive lineman from Butler Junior College, Brian Oakes over here. Offensive lineman from Marcus High School, Creighton Barr, here. And a quarterback from Pine Tree High School, Caleb Chumley. So right here, you can take a look at Caleb. So, and I'll introduce, these guys will all be available as soon as we get done here. When you lose really good people, which I did with Frank Wintrick and John Sladany, I learned a lot of years ago, you better replace them with really good people, and I was sure able to do that. And I have lots and lots and lots of people that applied for this job, as you can imagine. It's a Division I program. It's in the state of Texas. It's a program that people have really respected, and we've earned that. In recent years, we're in Conference USA. We've done lots of positive things. People have really taken notice of what we've done here. So the bottom line is I had a lot of great candidates for this job. This coach has been with Bill Snyder as a coordinator at Kansas State. He's been with Lou Holtz at South Carolina as a coordinator. Everywhere he's been successful. He's been a linebacker coach wherever he's been. About 98% of the time, he's been a real successful coordinator throughout his career. And I'm ecstatic to have Chris Kosh here as our linebacker and our defensive coordinator. So Chris is right over here, and he'll be available to you guys as soon as we get done today too. So one of the neat things about this class, I'll say this much, is that we 18 of the 25 guys that we signed today were captains. So figure that one out. Just a little common sense. 18 of the 25 that we signed today were captains. That means they're leaders. That means they have respect from everyone. That means that we have trust from everyone. And that means they have this impeccable character. So I feel really, really good about this class. No question, it's the best class we've had since I've been here. This is the closest I've ever been to a class and to their families. Everybody worked their tails off. I told you a year ago that I think sometimes it takes a little more time, and sometimes you see the benefits of a great record-making and a history-making season of which we had 12, 13 months ago. Sometimes it takes a little more time before you really feel the fruits of your labor. I think that's what happened with this class. Really a great group of young men. I love them. I respect them. And I'm really proud of what's going on. So I'll give you a Mean Green update as I always do, and then we'll open up to questions. And then when I get done, then you guys have my players and Chris Kosh available. First of all, Luke Carella's in as our strength coach. I had over 200 that applied for that job. And most of them, a lot of them were assistants. A few of them were head guys. But in the short time that Lou has been, if you go interview any of our guys right now and talk to them, including these guys that are here right now, they're extremely impressed with him. His nickname since he arrived is Mighty Mouse. And that's when you really know when you're starting to get older, because I told him that today. I got in the office real early. Woke up at 4:30, got in early this morning. Told him, I said, the players are calling you Mighty Mouse. And he goes, who's that? And I'm thinking, God bless it, I'm getting old and you're really damn young. You don't even know who the hell Mighty Mouse is. So I had Kevin Patrick pull it up on his computer, and there's pictures of Mighty Mouse. And here's a little shorter, smaller guy, but he's all buffed up and he's really big and everybody respects him. And he's done a great job in the short time he's been here. Brandon Bird is going to be a defensive graduate assistant. As you know, captain, 1,000-yard rusher. He's going to be working with Chris Kosh on defense. As our defensive guys say, he's stepped over to the dark side. But great to have him back. Nick Summerfield will be an offensive graduate assistant. So I love helping and hiring former players if I can. Nick was a walk-on, earned a scholarship, and just did a great job in our program. Won the only scholarship, postgraduate scholarship in Sun Belt Conference when we were there for help him because of his accolades and his performance on the field in the classroom, as many of you remember. So great to have those guys as graduate assistants. Spring ball begins Tuesday, March 10th. As Poppy mentioned, it'll be open to the public, and we welcome all of you. Our spring game will be April 18th. Right now, we just finished the semester. We had 45 players that were over a three-point. I want to stay number one in Conference USA from a grade point average standpoint. Love it. It starts there. And one of the many reasons that we were able to bring this class together today is because of the academic performance and the commitment that we have. And it starts with the head coach. If I don't have it, no one else will have it. We do have it, and it's alive and well here. And our record speaks for itself. My staff, I just think, did an excellent job during this process of recruiting over a long period of time, and I really, really like this class a lot. Mike Grant did a great job. He's my new recruiting coordinator, and it takes relationships, it takes trust, it takes respect, but he really showed some creativity, I think, in the job that we did recruiting this class, and I really want to mention him because Mike did a really, really good job. Congratulations to George Dunham. Up on the air just now, a little bit ago, he was inducted in the Hall of Fame here in North Texas. All those years that he's been here, decades of service and commitment and contributions to North Texas athletics, and it's real fitting that he's going to be inducted in our North Texas Hall of Fame. So congratulations to George. As I told him, I'll miss him a lot. I really appreciated working with him in the 4 years that I've been here. As you guys all know, we have a real challenging schedule, extremely challenging. We go 12 straight weeks without a break. We play 8 of our 12 teams that were bowl eligible this year. We're going to go at SMU. We're going to go at Iowa. We're going to go at Tennessee. We're going to play both teams that played for the Conference USA Championship on the road at their place. So I don't know who made Conference USA mad, but somebody did. But you look at our schedule, but it's a really, really challenging schedule. So that's when I say you can't waste a minute or an hour a day. We sure can't do that. So, but that's just kind of where we're at right now, and open it up to questions, and appreciate all of you being here. I think it was me and Brett Vito and Joe, the three of us who were here the first year on signing day, and it's nice to see that we got some more people that care that showed up today. So appreciate you being here. Oh, here we go. We got a couple more guys. Where you guys been? Just tell me.
Lost.
Huh?
Lost. We went the other way.
Please don't measure these guys. Don't measure that they got lost here. But I love them both. And from Fort Scott Junior College, he's a free safety, James Gray. Raise your hand over here, James. Good to see you. And we got another young man that we feel real strong about. He was the National Junior College Player of the Year on defense from Trinity Valley Junior College, middle linebacker, Courtney Finney. Raise your hand over there, Courtney. So these are the guys. These are 7 of the 25 that will be with us, and pretty excited about the class that we signed today. So open it up to questions.
Coach, you mentioned 18 of these guys were captains. Were you looking for leadership out of this class, or was that just a coincidence the guys you were recruiting also happened to be leaders?
Yeah, Joe, I mean, it's a real good question. I think we're looking for all those things, but I want character in this program, because if you have character, you just don't seem to have problems off the field. You don't have distractions. If they've already shown that they can lead at a high school or junior college as captains, if you're a captain, everybody respects you. Everybody wants to follow you. And if you keep bringing in guys like that into your program, then it's really hard not to succeed. So when you look at 18 of the 25 were captains, and many of these guys were repeated captains. I think, Chris, one of them we were talking about earlier today was a 2-time captain in high school and a 2-time captain in junior college. Well, that's 4 years of being a captain. So our program's better because of the guys that we brought in here today. And I love it. And I'm not disappointed the guys that weren't captains, but I sure love the guys that were elected captains. And you can be a captain and not be a very good football player. That's not what we brought in. We think we brought in some damn good football players that also happen to be captains and leaders and have high character, and they want to win, and they won't accept losing, and it's not okay to lose, and we want to keep winning and get this program back where we all want it. So that's why I know this is the best class I brought in since I've been here. Who has a better measure of all that than the head coach. So I do have a great measure to compare of the classes that we brought in, and this is a really, really good class. I like this class a lot, and I'm proud of them. I really am. I'm really proud of them. And in the short time these guys have been here right here that are standing in front of you, they've left a great impression with all the guys that have been working with them. Now, I haven't been around much. We saw the first workout yesterday because we've been on the road a long time. But to get back and watch the spirit and the energy and the competitive desire and how badly these guys want to win and how they want to come in here and help and contribute, we made some great decisions here with these guys.
Really heavy on junior college players and transfers, guys that are going to be here for spring practice. Was it important to you to bring in a load of immediate impact players to help you guys?
Yeah, and I don't know that heavy. I guess it's depending on who you look at, Brad. To be honest with you, I had a class at Iowa State one year. I brought in 18 junior college players. That was heavy. I don't know that 9 is heavy. I get that you think that. Maybe I don't, but that's your description and your evaluation. What we did was we addressed our needs. Who can come in and help us win in 2015? Who's interested in us? Who are we interested in? And that's really what it is. It's not about junior college, high school. It just really isn't. But obviously, look at our secondary, and we lost some darn good players, as you know, because you do a great job of watching us and evaluating us. We had some guys that we need to bring in, we thought, more experience and some more maturity. But this still gets down to who do you really want and who really wants us. And so that has a lot to do with this whole thing. And when you go the last month of recruiting and we only lost 2 guys that were committed to us, I don't want to lose any of them. And it's disappointing and upsetting when we do lose guys. But you go the last month of recruiting at North Texas and we only lost 2 guys that were committed to us, one for 3 days and one for a few weeks, and we lost them to a Big 12 institution that happens to be in the state of Texas, I'm good with that. I'm good. Because since I've been here, we've lost a number of guys the last few weeks of recruiting. We've got nobody late in recruiting since I've been here. And this year, we beat 3 programs that had been in bowl games late, including the Fiesta Bowl, to get 3 the young men that wanted to come be a part of our program. So I just feel really good. I feel good about our class. I feel good about our finish. And I know that we really finished strong. But it still takes young men that aren't afraid of challenges, because when you look at 12 games in a row, 7 road games, only 5 at home, we're going to be playing 8 teams that were bowl eligible, then you better have some guys like these guys right here that aren't afraid of challenges, because we're going to go down some damn dark alleys now. There are going to be some dark alleys. So you want to hide, you want to make an excuse, or you want to find a way to still win games. And you better have guys that have that attitude and belief and confidence, and then they can back it up when the ball's snapped.
You mentioned being able to hold your guys, and you had a couple of guys that decommitted and then came back and ended up signing with you in the long run. What's the difference? Why are you able to hold on to those guys, and why were you able to get a couple of those guys back in after they had decommitted?
Yeah, I think it's still relationships, Joe. I think that's what it's all about. And down deep, I mean, we have what do you sell? What the hell do you sell, Mac? Okay, what is it? Okay, what do you sell at North Texas? Here's what we sell. We sell people. We sell this great university. We sell opportunity. We sell diversity and options and majors that you have. And we don't back off. I don't care if it's somebody that's thinking about Ivy League or anybody else in the country. We sell this great university academically. When you have a president that will support us and show up and help us recruit, boy, is that a great message. When Neil Smostrak comes out and shows us that he wants good football, it means a lot. I want to be around these guys. I want you to be successful, Mac. I want to keep this thing going. Boy, does that mean a lot, okay? When you have a chance to go on television, the television at North Texas used to be ESPN3. Sit in front of a stupid little computer and watch this little small screen and hope you can see it. I hope your vision's good. And all of a sudden, 22 out of the last 24 games that we've coached and played at North Texas, we're on television, either regional or national. They want an opportunity to play in front of really good crowds. And we're not where we need to be yet. Our students have been phenomenal. Our fan base has been really good. But we're not where we need to be because we haven't filled this stadium one time yet. And yet we've set every attendance record since North Texas has been keeping records. We've reset every academic record. And don't think that doesn't mean a lot to moms, dads, grandmothers, aunts, uncles, all the brothers, sisters, everybody that's involved in recruiting. All of them. We've reset every record. So that's important. They want to know that they got a chance and an opportunity to go to bowl games. Who are you tied in with? Well, we got Bahamas, we got New Mexico, we got Heart of Dallas in the Cotton Bowl, possibly New Orleans, but we don't know about that one. Boca Raton, Florida, and the Bahamas. So we have some great sites and places to go. Go play for it. It's on the table. Go get the damn thing. So a year ago we did that, and how great was that? This year we're not good enough to do it, so my guys go home for 38 days. You like that break, 38 days? That's a lot of fun because you had a bad season, disappointing season. 38 days break. You like that? I don't know there was one player, and there sure as hell was no coaches that wanted a 38-day break because of a disappointing season. That's what happened. So let's go get one of those bowl games that are out there. There's so many great things to sell and to recruit to at this place. And these guys, we didn't trick them. We didn't take any shortcuts. They came here because they believed in the future of this program, and it's all here. And then when you have 32 NFL teams that come in and evaluate your guys, and then I just came from a deal upstairs, and there's Zach Orr, and there's Lance Dunbar, and there's Craig Robertson, and there's guys. It can be done at North Texas. You can play in the NFL. You can make more money than all of us in this room put together right now, okay, in the NFL. You can do that at North Texas, then why not? Why not the Mean Green? And that's what we sell, and that's what we talk about. So, damn, that was a long answer to a short question.
How do you see your quarterback recruits fitting into the competition?
Well, I can tell you this. We had 3 quarterbacks that started this year. We had no injuries at quarterback, no injuries. We were healthy all season long. We won 4 games, and we started 3 different quarterbacks. So you and I just both can add that up and say, what? We're not good enough. You're damn right we're not good enough. We didn't play good enough. We weren't productive. We weren't consistent. And we didn't play good enough at the quarterback position to get this program where it should be every season, every season. So if those 3 guys that started games get their tails in gear and get a hell of a lot better, then maybe they'll start the first game September 12th at SMU. If they don't, then we brought some guys in that we think can compete for that starting job. Clearly and consistently, we were not good enough at quarterback. Was that the only position on our football team? Not a chance. But that's one that's very obvious. We showed no consistency through a 12-game season at quarterback. So that's why we didn't sit around and twiddle our thumbs and say, we got the guys on campus. All we got to do is just coach them hard, and we'll be all right. Those 3 guys that started games this year have to play a hell of a lot better in 2015 than at any time that they did last season. And then we got a young man named Connor Means coming out of a red shirt. They better get his butt in the competition this year. And then we got a couple more guys, one standing here right now and another one coming, that we think are going to add to the competition. So I just don't like being below average. I don't like being average. And that's what we were at our best at quarterback this year. Because anybody can be average in football. Anybody. It's hard to be elite. It's hard to be special. And we were average on our best days in 2014 at quarterback. It's not good enough. And I really would like to finish my career at North Texas. But if we don't get better at quarterback and a lot of other positions on this team, then I'm not going to finish my career at North Texas. And I would really like to stay here and be here. I love this place. My family loves this place. But we got to be a hell of a lot better in 2015 at quarterback than we were at any time last year. Period. End of story.
Is it possible to give 6 different quarterbacks enough reps to get a good read?
Oh, yeah. And who knows that all 6 of them are going to be there for the next few years. Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do that. And we'll sift through it now, Joe. We really will. But we just need a lot better competition. We need more consistency. The character and the class and the integrity and the coachability of the guys that are on a campus right now, phenomenal. I mean phenomenal. The game day performance, not even close on a consistent basis. Not even close to what we have to have. So we better get a hell of a lot better. And Mike Canellis has got his hands full right now. We better play a lot better in 2015 at quarterback because we didn't play even close, not even close to the standards that we must have and the consistency that we must have to take this program where I expect it.
Do you expect a lot of these guys to make an impact for you next year?
Yeah, who knows, Brett? I mean, but the thing that I've seen through the years is this. These guys are so much more prepared physically. Now, did they have the maturity? Are they coachable? Did they have the mental toughness? But you just look at these guys out here right now, just from a physical standpoint, they look so different, and they're so much more prepared. So I learned this a long time. If you bring a guy in from a junior college, and he's only got 2 or 3 years left, which is basically what it is at junior college, he better be able to impact your program. You know, come and impact us. Help us. Help us. And I've told every one of these guys that are in junior college, we didn't bring you in here to stand around and hold a towel and spin that son of a gun over your head and cheer and yell. We brought you in to contribute and help us right now. If you don't, then frankly, you're a little bit of a disappointment. The high school guys that come out nowadays, and the last one that we got committed, and you just talk about pure size, how about Murray now? How about him? Now, I don't know how long it's going to take, but these are our standards. These are our measurements, okay? This is what we do. When we bring them in, as these guys know, we do it like the NFL. Toes up, heels down, put your head against the measuring stick. We come down on top of you. No matter how much hair you have on top, we're going to slam it down on top of your head, and we're going to get your real height. Jordan Murray was 6'9½". And then we put you on a scale, and I look there and I stand right next to the scale, so there's no BS, which there is a lot of times over the months and months and months of recruiting. He was 359, so we say 360, we exaggerated 1 pound. 6'9½", 360. These guys that come out now, whether it's genetics or development or weight programs or whatever it is amazing. It's amazing, the size and the ability and the talent of all these guys. But what's between your ears? Are you tough enough? Are you mature enough? Are you coachable enough? Who makes the transition the best? And I'm just hoping that these guys that are here right now, that they really help our football program because they got an early transition, and they have such a great advantage when they're here with us right now. So, and Chris Kosh will tell you, God bless it. Thank goodness that we got some guys here right now that we think have really got a chance to impact our defense, but they're going to be here because it's just such a huge advantage being here all winter long and spring.
Considering the picture painted of the quarterback situation, could you envision a scenario in which Dillman from Geyer gets a look?
No, none. There's no scenario we ever thought he would be a quarterback. None. We recruited him as a tight end all the way, as an athlete all the way. Watch his career. He'll be one of the better signees that we have in this entire class. This guy's got a chance to be a freak. He's got a chance to be really special, but it won't be a quarterback. So we think we got a steal. There's a number of guys that we think we got a steal, that were a steal in this class. Kevin Dillman is one of those guys now. He's 242 pounds, 6'4". He's athletic. He was committed to Nebraska. The new staff came in and said, no, you're not going to be a quarterback in our offense. Mike Simmons did a hell of a job of just staying with him and staying in touch with the family. We did one of those, what do they call them now? Not Facebook. When you go overseas, what is that? You get on computer. What is that called nowadays? Skype. We Skyped with his parents over in Sweden. He's got an amazing foster family that's here right now that have embraced him and loved him and helped him. And he's coming from one of the great programs in America, obviously right here in town. But you talk about a young man that we are excited about, but it won't be a quarterback. So there won't be one snap that he'll be with Mike Canellis. He's going with Nick Otero from day one, and we were honest with him and genuine with him and told it like it was, and I think he got a chance to be really something. The story that I shared with him was a guy named Marv Cook, and to him that means nothing. And probably in everybody in this room, they're going, yeah, Marv Cook, who the hell's that? Okay? Marv was a high school quarterback at West Branch, Iowa. He was the last signee that we took one year at the University of Iowa, the last guy we signed. Bill Brazier did a great job of talking Hayden Fry into taking Marv Cook. Marv Cook ended up being an all Big Ten player, a unanimous All-American player, played many, many, many years. I think he got 9 years in the NFL. He was a Pro Bowler in the NFL, but he was a small-town high school quarterback, and we felt like his best position was tight end. And when I told Kevin the story about Marv Cook, and I said, you know what, you might just be the next Marv Cook. And he looked at me and goes, hey, Coach, that sounds good. Who's Marv Cook? And but I really believe that this might be something pretty special here at that position. But we never lied to him. We didn't mislead him. We didn't say, you know what, you're going to be a quarterback, and then 2 weeks later switch him to tight end. We told him from the beginning that's where you're going to play. And he's one of my favorite guys in this whole class.
You go into next season in a situation you haven't really faced since your first year with a lot of offensive line positions open. Do you see anybody in this signing class that could step in right away?
Yeah, I don't know, Joe. You know, one of the things that it's not like the cupboard's bare. When you look at our roster, you'll see some guys that have been in this program for a while now. It's time to step up, and it's time for them to make their move. The first one that comes to mind to me is Micah Thompson. That's the first guy that comes to mind. He's not the only one, but he's the first one. Okay, you've been valuable, you've been loyal, you've been tough, you've been a great team guy. You ran out there for extra points and field goals. Okay, we need you a lot more than that. When we go to SMU, we go to Iowa City, Iowa, I need you more than extra points and field goals. You've been in this program for a while now, man. You need to start giving us more than that. And I think he will, and I think he's on the verge of that. And I think he's got a chance to really explode as a guy that can really help our program. But this is a really, really good class of big, strong, physical, tough guys. Kevin Patrick and Mike Simmons did a hell of a job. Those guys understood what I said. It's your position. It's your power of the unit. You are in charge of your position, okay? So you blame whoever you want to. If you don't have enough good players at your position, it's your fault. You take care of your position, baby. And you have a geographic area to recruit, but you better take care of your position because that's what you're in charge of. And I think those 5 on offense and those 5 on defense that we signed up front, and you see a couple of them here right now in the offensive line. We got some good guys coming in this class. So, and what does it take? Well, those guys up front, we know they need talent. We want them to have talent and all that stuff. They better be strong. They better be tough. Better have great attitudes. And up front, there's no place to hide in the offensive and defensive line. No place to hide, man. No place to hide. No place to make excuses. You either are tough enough, strong enough, physical enough to make plays and to help us win games. But there's more height, there's more size, there's more girth, there's more width. I really like this class. And
talk about Jareed Combs, the defensive end from Iowa.
Yeah, 28 sacks in 2 years. Love him. Kevin Twait, the head coach up there, I've known for many, many years. His dad's in the Hall of Fame. I was asked to come back in a couple of weeks. I'm going to go back up and speak. It's really a cool deal. You know, it's just when you I spent 36 years in the state of Iowa, at Iowa City, and then 12 more in Ames. Add that stuff up now, figure out the years. And so they have a new clinic that they've started up there in Des Moines, Iowa, at Prairie Meadows, and they're asking, Barry Hours is going to come back and speak at the clinic on a Friday night, and I'm coming back to speak at the first banquet they've ever had for honoring Hall of Fame banquet coaches up there. I'm so damn proud and honored to be able to go do that. And Kevin Twait, who's the head coach at Iowa Central's dad, is in the Hall of Fame. And so they're inviting back all the Hall of Fame coaches that they've ever inducted. They've never had a banquet. They're inducting some new guys this year, and I get the honor to go back and coach with those guys. So Kevin Twait's the head coach at Iowa Central Junior College, where we just signed Jared Combs, and he had lots of opportunities. People kept pouring on the attention, kept trying to get him. He visited Cincinnati. Memphis worked like crazy. Great season. You check the record. I think Memphis won 9 or 10 this year, kind of like we did a year ago. Great year. Great season. And we had to fight like crazy to hang on to him. And I felt like if he got on the plane to go to Memphis, we might lose him. And Kevin Patrick did a hell of a job. And I think the faith and the loyalty and the relationship and the respect that I have with Kevin Twait up there at Iowa Central helped us too, because 28 sacks in 2 years. He was second in the nation in sacks this year. Really, really an amazing story, as there are with many of the signees this year. Jared's parents are gone. He's been raised and mentored by his aunt and uncle in the Twin Cities. So as I was up there with Kevin Patrick in the state of Iowa and the state of Minnesota in recent days, and he kept driving by. One of the things that just shocked me now, we're driving by a river, and the river was frozen over. Well, hell, I spent 50 years in the Midwest, and like, so what? And Patrick, who grew up in the state of Florida and really never been around to that, we're driving by the river, and he's going, golly, what is that? Well, look at that. He was in shock because the rivers were frozen over up there, you know. And so that was a new concept for KP. But bottom line is he's coming out of a great program. We think he's got a really good chance to impact our defense. And if he doesn't, I'll be real disappointed. He's got special talents. He's got speed. He's got quickness. He's got good pass rush moves. And 28 sacks in 2 years in a really, really good junior college program speaks for itself.
One of the assets that you guys had in your bowl season was a great defense. You talk about Combs. Do you feel like this class can help you guys get back to the point where you have an elite type defense?
Yeah, we have to, Brett. We just have to. You know, and our plan to win is play great defense, number one. Number one, play great defense. And we didn't do that last year. We did it up and down. We did it sometimes, and once in a while we did, and sometimes, but for different reasons, we didn't play great defense. The year before, we won 9 games and had a shot at 10 or 11 wins. We played great defense. 8th in the country in scoring defense. 8th in the country. The schedule we played. So we got to get back to that. And first thing you better do is have a defensive coordinator that you trust and you believe in and has the concepts and the understanding, the experience, and the confidence to do that. And I got that with Chris Kosh. And then you have players that better go make plays. You get those guys up front, across that front, and you get through grading on Sundays, and they play hard, and grade high, but they don't make any plays, you're not going to win many games. So tackles for loss, sacks, tip passes, forced fumbles, recovered fumbles, scoring, block kicks. That's what you're looking for from that defensive line. And Combs is one of those kind of guys I think can help us get there. But we have to get back to that to have a chance to get back to challenging for championships and going to bowl games. We have to get back to that. And I believe in the bottom of my heart we can.
And these guys will help you, hopefully.
No question. No question. Believe they can.
This
Running
time
three
last
wide receivers, and they're all over 6 foot tall. Is that a big goal of yours to get some big receivers in this program to add to the playmaking side of the offense?
Yeah, definitely. And you look at those guys. I mean, our whole football team, we got bigger and we got taller and we got better, I think. There's height and there's size. We've had some shorter offensive line. We've had some shorter defensive line. We've had some shorter wide receivers. And great things come in small packages sometimes. No question. But it's nice sometimes too if that guy that has more height and more size and more width and more, reach and more length, if he has that competitive desire and that toughness and that hard and wants to go make a play, like those guys are a little bit shorter, and I think we've done that. And Mike Grant knows what he's looking for at wide receiver. I put a lot of faith in him and his evaluation of wide receivers. We rank and we prioritize every position. In the end, it's all on my lap. It's all on my desk. I make the final decision on these $70, $80, $90,000 scholarships. It comes back to me. So if we're winning, good job, Mac. If we're losing, get rid of him, fire him, get somebody else in there. I know all that stuff. But I have to have faith and trust in my guys and what they're looking for. And you're in charge of your position. So if you don't have enough good players, it's your damn fault. As a head coach, that's why I talk to my guys. You're in charge of that position. So walk-on scholarships, competitiveness, depth, guys that can make plays, it's your baby. So I'm empowering you with that ability to go get the guys that you need. So go get them. So it's easy for me at the end of a season, if we're playing really good at a position, that position coach did a heck of a job. If we're not good enough, then you better do a better job of evaluating, recruiting, coaching, and developing young men. And I think we are really gotten better here with some of the guys that we've signed at wide receiver.
This time last year, you said that the success of the 2013 season would show more in this class than it did last year. Did that play out the way you expected?
Yeah, I think it did, Joe. I don't think there's any question. And I think it's just another example of what I was talking about. I see it. I really, really like this class. I think they see that there's some, that there's a great future here. And instead of just driving by 35E and 35W and waving and, how you doing, good to see you, they want to stop and they want to take a look. Come take a look at North Texas. And there's just so many great things about this place. And these guys can talk about it more than me. What sold them? Why did they come here? Because these guys all had options. Now, let me tell you, they all had options. But they wanted to come be with me, and they wanted to come be with my staff. They wanted to come be with this program. There's just so many positives around here. And no one will change my mind. There's no reason why we can't be successful. And the challenges are really steep, and they're deep in 2015. We all know that, okay? Look at the schedule. But we're going to do everything we can to make our fans really proud. And this tradition that we have out here, let's keep it going. 4 years in a row, never a losing season at Apogee Stadium. Let's keep that thing going. And then we have to be tough enough and united enough and physical enough and good enough to go start stealing some wins on the road, because you got 7 trips on the road this year. 7. Again. Second time in the last, 3 years? You better be good enough to go on the road and start getting some wins. So it takes a mentally tough football staff, it takes a mentally tough football team to do that. But I think we took some steps in the right direction today with this class. Anybody else? We'll turn it over to these guys who you really want to listen to instead of me. Thanks for coming today, guys.